Farber Hebrew Day School, Yeshivat Akiva, is central to the community of Detroit. We provide that education that is the draw for the modern Orthodox way of life.
I know that just the global Metro Detroit Jewish community has made a huge effort to retain and bring young people back to the city. And I think Farber Hebrew Day School is doing its part.
When you walk into Detroit and the larger Metro Detroit community, you feel the relevance of Judaism and you feel the relevance of modern Orthodoxy.
Detroit is one of those few communities in the country that have always been really at the center of Jewish life nationally and in many respects internationally.
What's so special about the school is that it does have such a long history and it has strong roots.
Akiva's role is to have the best of both worlds, to have an excellent secular education, but to raise somebody who's Dati, Tzioni, wants to be part of the community.
I can see it as the bastion of proper Torah education and a proper secular education with that love of Eretz Yisrael and Medinat Yisrael coursing through our studies.
Being successful with the dual curriculum, it's challenging. And that kind of builds in you a certain type of self-confidence and work ethic that's really helped me succeed in who I am today.
We're not just an Orthodox day school. We are a day school that also has the Torah Umada, making you a fully rounded person. And I think those are some of the qualities that I'm glad that Farber Hebrew Day School is putting into my children.
I think it's the perfect mix between a religious and secular education, while also being in a fun environment.
We're all who we are because of Akiva. The community is who it is because of Akiva. And I think we all have a lot to be thankful for.
Farber does something spectacular that it prepares you for every single aspect. It prepares you for leadership, and they're comfortable, in Israel, in America, or in the courtroom, or in the Beit Midrash.
We always understood that we were using scientific understanding and analytics to understand Torah, and I think we were always learning in a sort of Torah atmosphere. That's really, the challenge of going out into the world, is just trying to find that integration, not trying to live this sort of piecemeal life, and I think that it's really a unique quality that Akiva alumni come out with.
I think I'm going to get into a very, very good college, and it helps me know what I'm going to be when I grow up.
When you learn math, you don't just think about how to solve the equation, you think about how it applies to your life, and that's something we do here. And when we learn Gemara, we don't just think about what in the end of the day the halacha is, we think about how we could apply the concepts and the ideas that we're learning in this Gemara to our lives beyond.
Bill looked at our school and said, he got it right away. He figured out that we were producing the future Jewish leaders, we were producing Israeli soldiers, we were producing college graduates who are going to stay strong to the faith. He got it. Thank God he got it, because we wouldn't obviously be here without him.
It didn't take long for Mr. Farber to develop his own vision of what the school could be and a deep understanding of what the school means to the community. What the Farber family, first, and the Davidson Foundation, second, gave us all is a sense of possibility.
A new building, a new learning environment, bright classrooms, the state-of-the-art facility clearly changes the learning experience.
I think being in the new building, there's a lot more opportunities. We have 2 beautiful new science labs, and we have an art room and a lot more space.
It really makes learning so much more fun and so much interactive with other students.
The new school building has a lot of different ways for our children to learn, with the new collaborative spaces, as well as the new science labs, the art spaces, the ECC playroom that my daughter loves to go to in the middle of the day for indoor recess.
What you have here is a school that was built with the 21st century in mind. It's got great security systems, so we feel comfortable that our kids are very well protected here, but there's also such great technological resources available to help our kids learn now and to help the school adapt as new technology becomes available that we didn't even think about.
I think it's going to allow us to study and be in an environment where we can be as efficient and productive as possible. We really have everything at our fingertips.
My own children have a feeling that this is their own, and they go in and they see their lockers and they see their cubbies, and for the first time it wasn't ever someone else's before.
Now that we've been gifted this amazing new building, we now have really a heightened sense of the importance of our education with this new building, so many new features that really transform the day, the school day, into a day of professionalism, education, and growth.
I first started Akiva, we were in the Annie Lathrop building on Southfield, and then we were in the shul previously, and this is like a building actually built to be a school for us.
Together with the Farber family and the William Davidson Foundation, we have really moved to a whole different level of education than we were before. And we could not have achieved these goals without their help.
Thank you for blurring the lines of denominations and going beyond what might be your comfort zone to assure our children's future.
Thank you for building the whole building. My favorite new thing is my new class.
Thank you for building this new building.
Thank you for building this building for me.
Your gift, it will create an immeasurable opportunity for both the kids that are here now, the people that are from Metro Detroit, and the people that haven't even come to Metro Detroit.
The Farber family is not necessarily identified with the Orthodox world, and yet they understand and they envision a community here in Detroit that needs to have an institution like ours. On behalf of Farber Hebrew Day School, I turn to the Farber family and the William Davidson Foundation and thank them for their generosity and for leading the way, and to the generosity of so many other individuals that have contributed in big ways and small ways. Thank you.